I want to yell. Oh, I'm recording now. Okay. Okay, shut the fuck up! Just kidding, I love you. I let it hit for I'll start the video off by making out with this thing, because it's hot. Alright. Oh! Hey guys, Chuck over here. Today we're going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 3 motherfuckers! So you see here, I got my Demi dog, my Demidor again. Ew. So yeah, let me turn down the Stranger Things music in the background. It's a little too loud. Yeah, so I watched it all last night. Stayed up till like 4 a.m. That's why I missed old Coney boys calls. Yeah. So let me break it down for you. By the way, spoiler alert if you couldn't tell, it's Season 3 recap. Let me go open some shit up real quick. So it started off, they were in Jim Hopper's house, who's pretty much now like what's her name's daughter, Eleven's daughter, because they like love each other. So it's like the door has like a 3-inch minimum where it has to be over 3 inches so Hopper can look in there, and they're playing some song, and then they start tonguing and shit, and Hopper's like 3-inch minimum, motherfuckers. Then he walks up to the door and sees them making out and then shuts it, and then Eleven shuts it with her weird ass powers. And then, what else happens? And then, what's her name? Then she opens it and they're just sitting there. And what else happens in that episode? Oh yeah, what's his name? Dustin comes back from, like, science camp and tells about this girl he met named Susie Poo. And they're, like, best friends and shit like that. And they, like, each other, if you know what I mean. Okay, by the way, Gabe put his balls in between that. Nice. Yeah. So that happens, which is like, it's pretty hot. You really never get to see Susie Poo. Let me find the episode real quick. Yeah. So it's like, and the episode's called Chapter 1, The Vanishing of Will Byers. As on the way home from his friend's house, young Will sees something terrifying. Nearby, a sinister secret lurks in the depths of the government. Fuck, I forgot. What was this part about? I forget. Oh, well, I'm retarded. That's Stranger Things Season 1. Okay, the first episode on Stranger Things Season 3. It's called Chapter 1, Susie, Do You Copy? Where it's called, Summer brings new jobs and budding romance, but the mood shifts when Dustin's radio picks up a Russian broadcast and Will senses something's wrong. So yeah, pretty much, they pick up a Russian broadcast and think like they're like, what's happening? Something's gonna explode, or they're gonna do a nuke or something. And what's happening is, like, if you see like right here, how they're wearing like, they're like work at an ice cream parlor. So what they do is, there's like there's a new mall, and all the little mom and pop shops are getting shut down. So that's pretty much episode 1, shows what's going on. Episode 2, called Chapter 2, The Mall Rat. It's called Nancy and Jonathan follow the lead. Steve and Robin sign on to a secret mission, and Max and Eleven go shopping. A rattled Billy has troubling visions. What happens? I think this episode's about where... So, Hopper is talking to Mike about how he doesn't want him to see Eleven as much. And then they keep going on, and then Mike has to lie to her, saying your Nana is ill or something like that. And then she like knows he's lying. And then goes to Max, which is like the hot redhead, like bleh, 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 bleh. And then they go shopping, and then they see each other while they're shopping. And then Eleven's like to Mike, "I dump your ass," and they laugh and go on. And Mike's confused as fuck and doesn't know what the hell's going on. And yeah, and also what's his name? Billy, who's like Max's older brother, I think is going to like hang out with Mrs. Byers. Like hang out, give her swing lessons. And then his car crashes, and then he finds like the underground like dungeon place, or not dungeon. It's like an underground place with a bunch of dead rats explode and turn into the giant spider monster. Then we have episode 3, called Chapter 3, The Case of the Missing Lifeguard. It's when Elle and Max looking for Billy. Will declares a day without girls. Steve and Dustin go on a stakeout, and Joyce and Hopper return to Hawking's lab. Yeah, so in this episode, Joyce and Hopper go to the lab from last episode where what's his name, the guy who dated Joyce dies, and they find the Russian guy there, and they fight and shit like that. And also, what else happened? I forget. And then Will's talking about how they don't need girls or anything like that. And then Steve and Dustin go on top of a building and stalk down the Russian lab, where it's like a Chinese factory place, but it's actually a Russian lab. Maybe chapter 4. It's called a code red It's called chapter 4 of the sauna test. A code red brings the gang back together and face a frighteningly familiar face. Karen urges Nancy to keep digging, and Robin finds a useful map. Yeah, so Robin. Okay, fuck, I forgot what happened yesterday. I think in this episode they trap Billy in a sauna room and pretty much cook him until he tells what's happening, and then 11 beats the shit out of him. Then we have next episode called Chapter 5, The Flayed. Strange surprises lurk inside an old farmhouse, and deep beneath the Starcourt Mall, meanwhile, the Mind Flayer is gathering strength. So yeah, beneath the Starcourt Mall, which is a new mall, there's they go into the elevator. It's Robin, Dustin, what's the other guy's name? Robin, Dustin, the tall, handsome guy, and what's his name? The black guy's little girl. Black sister's little girl, or the black guy's sister, okay? And they go into this elevator, which they don't know it's elevator, and start sneaking around, finding this weird green goo, which if you let it out of its case, seeps into the ground and just keeps going, and find the contraption where they're trying to open up the gate that 11 closed. Then we're on to chapter 6, E Pluribus Unum, which is Dr. Alexei, which is a Russian that Joyce and Hopper find, which who can't speak English. He's just, I actually like him. I like him. Spoiler, he dies. And another guy, yeah. So it's called Dr. Alexei reveals what the Russians have been building, and 11 sees where Billy has been. Dustin and Erica stage a daring rescue. Oh yeah, Erica's a little black girl. Then we have chapter 7, The Bite. Was time running out, and the assassin close behind Hopper's crew races back to Hawkins, where Elle and the kids are preparing for war. So this is where 11 gets bit, and this little little part of, I guess when the rats explode, one of the little parts get inside her leg, and they have to cut it out of her leg. It's fucking nasty as shit. And yeah, then they start getting attacked. Well, no, move on to the next episode. Chapter 8, The Battle of Starcourt. Terror regions in the food court where the Mind Flayer comes to collect. But down below in the dark, the future of the world is at stake. So yeah. So they're fighting the giant little spider things, which I'll type it up. Stranger Things. I guess monster. Yeah, that big ass thing. That's what they're fighting, but it's 10 times bigger than that. And they have to fight it, and they start throwing fireworks at it until 11 can actually do something about it. Then Joyce and Hopper are down in a little Russian thing, and they're blocking. They get uniforms. They're blocking the shit off, and they're holding it till whatever the scientist guy's name can shut the shit down. So he does that. He shuts it down. But then the other really good Russian spy comes and starts beating the shit out of Hopper, and then they're fighting, and Hopper throws the Russian spy into the little circle beam thing that they're trying to open the gate with, and then he gets ripped in pieces. And then Hopper smiles at Joyce and tells her to turn the buttons to make it explode. That happens. Spoiler alert, Hopper dies, which is really sad. It's a pretty cool character. And then yeah, they go on to live happily ever after. But there is an after credit. The after credit, they're in Russia, and they get this guy from the prison and bring him down to a cage and feed the Demodorgon or Demodogs, which is what the fuck, which is this thing. So I think that's showing that the Demodogs, they're keeping them for an experiment or to use in war or something like that. So yeah. So I think there's gonna be season 4 now. Not in 2 years. I didn't think there was gonna be season 4 in general because I thought they were gonna end it because they're not kids anymore. But yeah. And Mike and 11 also say they love each other, and then they're like, this actually tastes good, Mark. Take a lick. Yeah, so that's pretty much season 3 recap. If you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Keep it strange.